Hey, this is JC and welcome to Small Brick City, where we want to help you build a Lego city regardless of the space you have. Now that's not me, but he is relevant to the topic we're discussing today, and today in this video I'm going to share how to build Lego tombstones or headstones for a graveyard or cemetery. This is also perfect for Halloween, which is right round the corner if you're the sort who likes to plan really early. I did do an online search for Lego headstones and tombstones, and I used that as reference to design my own. I also checked out a lot of real, authentic headstones and tombstones just to make sure that mine was realistic. I've got 6 Lego tombstones to share with you today, so let's get started. One thing that is important when it comes to designing Lego tombstones is to think about the scale. And this is applicable for almost anything you build actually. I work in minifig-scale. Notice I said minifig-scale and not human scale, because minifig-scale is a bit different. Sometimes things are a bit oversized, just like this tombstone we're about to build. This is very simple and it's very common. I've seen this design used a lot by other people. You need 2 1x4 bricks, a 1x2 plate, and a 1x4 curved tile, and that's it. You see, it is a bit oversized when you compare it to a minifig. Sometimes there are large tombstones, so I guess it's still okay. I find it a bit big, but it's very simple to build and also pretty iconic in terms of the shape. This headstone is minifig scale in my opinion, and it's also got a bit of details and is a bit ornate, which is pretty nice. You need a base, in this case a 2x3 plate. You need 2 1x2 bricks, which you place like that. A 2x2 jumper that goes here, this silver or light grey ingot part which goes on top, just like that. Notice that stud from the jumper. You take a green and a colored flower part and you put it there, and there you have a headstone with some flowers. And that's the right scale in my opinion. This next one is pretty simple as well, but you need some parts that might not be so common, but this is minifig in scale as well. You start off with this 1x2 brick, and you can use 2 1x1 modified bricks or a 1x2 modified bricks. Basically just need 2 studs in front like that. Then you need this pointed tile piece. Notice how it's like a half pyramid. It's straight on one edge and sloped on the other, and that will go here. So you want the straight side like that where the studs in front are. Then you need this tile piece. This also has kind of a wedge or point to it, and that goes on like this, and I use dark gray and light gray for this tile piece. Then you need a 2x2 jumper plate. Put that on top. If you do not want or you do not like this spin, you can use 2 1x2 jumper plates as well, and when you put that onto a plate, this would stick on and will not spin at all. So it's really your choice, and that's a nice little headstone and also minifig scale. This tombstone is a variation of the previous one, and it uses different parts, but it's also minifig in scale. You start off with a 1x2 plate and then use this 1x2 modified rail plate, followed by a modified brick with a clip to hold something vertically. Then you take a 1x2 brick and a 1x2 plate, followed by this brick which is triangular or pointed. And notice this doesn't have a slope on either side, it's straight on either side. And then you have this ice cream cone with a green and white flower piece, or whatever colors you like, to represent flowers. And there you have a very nice tombstone with flowers. This tombstone is a bit more elaborate and larger, but it's lots of fun. You need 3 1x3 bricks, 3 1x1 tiles, a 1x3 plate, a 1x1 plate, a 1x1 plate with this claw element, 2 cheese wedge pieces, and a 1x3 brick, which is the foundation. So take this followed by the cheese wedge pieces and put them on either side like that. And in the center, place the tooth piece or claw piece, and then place the 1x1 plate on top. So this is the base of the tombstone. Take 2 of the bricks like that, put it on top. Take the 1x3 plate over here, and you probably can see where this is going, and you have a nice cross on top. Take the tiles to cover the remaining exposed studs, and there you have a very nice, pretty large tombstone. There are different tombstones of various sizes, obviously, and this to me is still minifig scale, because if you check out photos, you will find real headstones or tombstones of this size. If you want to design something spooky, or maybe something for Halloween or a haunted house, you can take off this piece, which is that top tile piece, and take a bat with a 1x1 plate and put that on top. And now you have a very gothic looking tombstone. This final tombstone is the largest, and what I think is the most important here is to learn how to create offsets so that you can create something with a base but then stagger the sizes down as you go up, almost like a mini pyramid. Well, don't worry, let me explain what to do as we go along and you understand how it looks like and how it works. We're going to start off with a rather large plate for this tombstone. It's a 1x4 plate as the base. And I want to create the next level using these two 2x3 plates as the next step, and I want to center it. But due to the way LEGO is, due to the way the tubes and the studs, or the studs and the tubes are, you can't just put this on. It will either go on either side, as you can see. What you want to achieve is try to put them right in the middle here. And the way to do that is to use jumper plates. And I'm using 1x4 jumper plates here. I will use a total of 4 and just place them like this. This creates the studs in the right place, centered, so that when I place this on top, notice it's now centered with a little lip on either side, which looks really nice and finished. I don't want to cover these studs here to make it look finished, so I use these 1x4 tiles. Look, just with this simple technique, we have created a very nice pedestal base, which is all covered, smooth and finished. So let's add a bit of texture to the sides. I want to add a small lip. So I'm going to use these two rail plates and a 1x2 plate, just like that. So that looks pretty textured. Now let's put on a layer of bricks. I'm going to use 1x3 bricks. You can obviously use a single 2x3 brick if you have that. Now I want to create another layer, and that's to put this 2x2 brick on top, again to center it. Again, just due to the nature of LEGO, if you were to just follow the regular studs, you would have to put it to one side. We want the exact center. But how do we do that? Now it's a bit different from the other side. Well, you still can use these jumper plates, but you have to be a bit creative. Put the 1x2 here and put the 1x2 here. So it's not even in line, but it creates the right studs to put this on top like that, as you can see. Now, of course, the exposed studs. So what we want to do is take the 1x1 tiles to cover it, to give it a very nice finished look. And there you have, that goes on top. And finally, take the 2x2 jumper plate and put it on top. So what can you put on top here? You can do a variety of things. You can take that cross that we built earlier and put it on top just like that. You can do away with the bat, of course, if you prefer. But let me show you another cross that you can build, and it looks just like this. It's different, but it uses different parts. I didn't have them in dark gray or gray, that's why I used black. Basically, you need these 3 1x1 round bricks, and then you need a bar element that goes inside, and then this technique piece here. So it's quite of a specialized part. You may or may not have it. The key thing you need is to put the 1x1 bricks. You notice that smaller end here, that goes on the bottom with this bar element sticking out. Now over here, you'd normally put the larger side here to fit in, but no, you want to fit it into the technique hole, so you're going to flip it upside down. And because there's the bar element, it helps hold it in place, but the stud will be pressed into the technique part somewhat, just like that, and that's pretty solid. So that's a different looking cross. We can put that there, and there we have a staggered looking very large tombstone, and just to pair it up with a minifig, that's how it will look like. Here we have a look at all the headstones and tombstones put together. And that looks pretty nice in any kind of graveyard, especially a Lego one. You want to create variety, so having different tombstones and headstones really adds to that variety. One more thing, if you just want to put them on a base plate, a green one is good since it represents grass, but you can get a bit creative and try to take some plant parts. I'm not going to do a full decoration, but you know, sometimes if the graveyard is not well maintained, then you can expect to have grass and all kinds of leaves, elements, overgrown. Let me see what I can do just by putting some things together. So here's just a simple way of using a variety of different plant elements and green studs to create an overgrown cemetery or graveyard if you want that disheveled look. So just have fun with it, use different parts, and you can really create a very interesting and textured graveyard. Well, I hope you enjoyed this small build tutorial for Lego graveyards, tombstones, and headstones. Which of these is your favorite tombstone? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Check out these two videos before you go.